Welcome back to Walsall Fan TV for the update ahead of Walsall's game at home to Colchester on Saturday. 12:30 kick-off, the early one. Yeah. We've got some injury updates, some team news, but we want to talk briefly about the big question. So we're coming to that in a second. First of all, Earing had a bit of a knock, slight hamstring strain. But positive scan results mean he's sort of going to be okay. Daniels, Comley and George Hall all had a practice game this week and are all available for Saturday. Osh McKinty, he's in light training, full training next week. So they're all coming back. We look at the lineup for Saturday and I think pretty much the expected lineup is very little changes. So Simpkin in goal, Akagbu, Williams, Taylor Allen with Barrett and Gordon on wing back duty, Stirk, Jellis, Lakin with Matt and Lowe up front. Josh Gordon, of course, he's out for a period of time, so is the Priest. But then when we look at the bench, we've got, 11 players could be on the bench.
Yeah. So, pretty strong bench, isn't it? Very
strong bench
everywhere. So
the big question, who's the starting lineup? Who's going to make the bench? But the big question: Daniels is now fit.
Yeah.
Supposedly, Brandon Comley's now fit. But the back three have been doing so well. But Donovan Daniels is like the club captain. Is Matt Sadler going to bring him back in? What do you think, Stephen? Should he bring him back in?
I think he will bring him back in. Should he? Maybe not. Just because why would you hinder a winning team, like everyone says? But at the same time, you have got that sort of debate that he is the captain, so it would make sense to bring him back in because, Walsall had a captain for the last,
Well, we're full of captains on the pitch, games, aren't we? They're all having a go.
But yeah, everyone's having a go. That's a good thing. But I think when Daniels does come in, he'll probably replace Harry Williams in that centre.
No.
If you no, see this guy. Yeah, I'm trying to say my opinion, and he goes no. But I think if he was to come in, he would come in for Harry Williams because you're not going to take Taylor Allen from the left, you're not going to take Akagbu from the right. Harry Williams was the one who didn't really play before because McKenty was there.
Yeah.
So it would make sense for him to be the one taken out. But Harry Williams has been doing so well with his heading ability and defending last man clearances.
Awesome.
Is real asset to the team. But then Daniels, we have seen with Harry Williams, he has been charging forward a bit, but that's where Daniels kind of prospers and maybe offers a bit more. Forward. But then at the same time, we're doing really well in the midfield and up front. So do you really want your centre half running halfway up the pitch?
I wouldn't want to. I wouldn't want to change Walsall's back three.
It's one of them. But
at the minute,
for me, I feel like if he was to change it, I think Harry Williams is going to be the one who's going to be dropped because
I think that would be.
I'm not saying he should. I'm just saying if he was to change it, Harry Williams would logically make sense.
I think perhaps if we're being ultra critical of our back three, maybe David Akagbu is perhaps the one that's possible for replacement.
I don't think so.
But I mean,
that's waffle. So, yeah.
I wouldn't replace any of them.
I want to take Akagbu down. I think Akagbu has been class for us.
I wouldn't change it.
Something I didn't mention against the Leicester game, to be fair. I thought Akagbu actually played really well. I think he went underneath both the radars because I think Harry Williams kind of just took it by storm.
He has been, Big Dave has been doing well. Donovan Daniels, a place on the bench, maybe. I just wouldn't have Donovan Daniels anywhere near the team until he's proper fit and not proper fully fit. Rico Brown.
That's a bold outcome. Rico Brown.
He's going to be dropping off the bench. I'd have thought.
We've signed him as well, haven't we?
Yeah, he's our player. Yeah, that's nice that we're getting our own signings in.
It is, but you'd hope he'd probably try and make a sniff out of the team because you never know, he could be the next Attaboy Jaeger that we never had. Not that we had, but.
How about Comley? Is he going to be wanting to take place of Stirk? You can't imagine him that would be nightmare.
The thing
That
is,
would be suicidal for Matt Sadler to
I really
change
like-
the back three or Sturk.
Well, I think Stoke's a great player, yeah. But there's been a couple of times where he has made a couple of like little sloppy mistakes, like passing it to their players. But except from that, like he has been doing really well. But I'm a really big fan of Comley. I thought Comley last season was like a big part of that team. I think it really carried us. So to be fair, I think this is the best thing that's happening with Walsall now. Like you don't know who's gonna start because
There's so many
everyone's
options.
equally as
There's
good.
so many options.
And it's not equally good as in like a mid level. Everyone's like equally good as like in top tier. So.
Yeah, they could all equally start. I think this is perhaps the big test for Matt Sadler.
Yeah.
Not the test we thought it would be, but the big test for Matt Sadler is can he hold his nerve and keep the winning team together, and not sort of just put his mates in.
Yeah.
Which
I think
at the end of last season, he did that, didn't he? Brought Daniels back too early,
Yeah, against MK, that was a big
and
mistake.
that was
Oof.
calamity.
But
really.
I think the problem there was he started Daniels. I think if Daniels comes off the bench against Colchester, I think that's probably better. To be honest, I think that's a better outcome. Because even though he's had that training game, you want to ease him into the game. You want to ease him back into match fitness.
we're not in a position where we need to rush players back.
Well, yeah, exactly. We're not. We don't need to rush players back. We've got plenty of cover, so there's no point just throwing him back out there, getting injured again.
And same with Comley. I think Sturk's doing well.
So
If Sturk gets a knock, being able to bring Comley on would be perfect. And same with the back three. If anybody gets injured, being able to bring Donovan Daniels in would be a good option.
Yeah.
So who's going to be on the bench? George Hall. He keeps giving him a start whenever he's fit. I don't think he deserves a start at the minute.
Well, I think you've always got to earn your place in the team, but then if you don't play, then you how can you earn a place?
Because when he played against Fulham under 21s, George Hall, he did get injured and went off, which was unfortunate. But I mean, before then, he hadn't really been doing the pressing. Jellison Lakin, phenomenal performances, so much energy. And
but the thing is, maybe he's like
midfield now.
Maybe he's like a Romain Sawyers. He's maybe one of the ones who like doesn't really look interested, so to speak, or the one who's chasing the balls down. But the moment the ball comes to him, he creates magic. But
I think
you just got to give him those chances to.
Similar to Ronan Mayer, I think if Walsall are struggling to break a team down, and you want somebody to play that killer pass or that killer run, then maybe George Hall or Ram is the player to sort of bring on for that. Because Ram, we know he wins lots of free kicks, and get him on the ball high up the pitch. That's gonna help. But then we got Adama, 700th game on Tuesday against Leicester. That was pretty impressive. But I think Adama's going to stay as the bit part player. I think. Evan Weir, he did good. Some had him as man of the match. Had a really good game, didn't he?
I think he did, but like that's the other thing as well. Like if you were to drop Harry Williams, for example, you could easily bring in Weir instead of Daniels, couldn't you?
Yeah.
That's the other problem.
Well, if Alan needs any time off, obviously for his dad passing away and that sort of stuff, it could be that Evan Weir might carry on.
Yeah. Well,
if
maybe
he
give him
needs some time.
Maybe even 45 minutes, maybe.
Yeah.
Just so he's not got that immense pressure all the time.
DJ and Cleary on the bench as well. But I mean, we can only have, 7 on the bench. So Hornby is on the bench. So that leaves 6 players we can put on the bench.
But then that's in my opinion, that's easy then. It's one midfielder, one defensive midfielder.
One midfielder, so who you put in there then?
No, I meant to say one defender.
One defender. So that's Evan.
One defender, so it's either Evan, Brown or Daniels.
Evan, Brown or Daniels.
And
Only
then,
one of them going on the bench.
And then one defensive midfielder slash defender. So centre back / CDM.
So Comley.
Which is either Comley, Daniels or Brown.
I think Comley.
Evan.
Comley and Adama, because Adama's got the flexibility.
Yeah, but I'd put Adama as my attacking player though, instead of like my thing. So my bench would probably be Daniels, Evan Weir, and then Comley. Or no, it'd be Daniels, Evan Weir, or Comley.
It's tough, isn't it?
It's too tough.
And then up front, DJ and Cleary. Can you get both of them on the bench as well? We can see how Ram's not gone on the bench because there's so much competition there. But
I've finally figured out what I'm going to do now. So it'd be Hornby 7, and then it'd be Daniels 6th, Comley 7, Comley 5, and then probably Earring Adoma 3, 4, 4 and 3.
Yeah, I don't think Earring's going to get on the bench. I don't think Earring's quite fit really there.
No, but
I think DJ Cleary, that's 2, Adoma's 3, Comley is 4, Hall is 5.
And then it's either Daniels or
Hornby's 6.
Daniels or Weir.
And then Evan Daniels or Rico. Rico Brown's definitely going to be dropping out the
pecking order.
The pecking order.
But he needs to get those games, and we have got a couple of cup games coming, haven't we? So
blooming heck. This is one of them. Right then, we'll see you at the game on Saturday. Thanks for watching. The joy and the pain. We're loving the joy at the minute, aren't we?
We are indeed.